back to my channel, 1 ounce at a time. Was doing a fresh crack and something happened with my camera. Didn't really record very well. Don't know what happened, honestly. Maybe I didn't have enough power on my camera, honestly. But what we're doing tonight is a fresh crack Friday. And this one is peg leg porker foolproof. This is their foolproof offering that comes in at 119.7 proof. Peg Leg Porker is a distillery out of Nashville, Tennessee. They have a barbecue restaurant, and they decided to serve their own bourbon and whiskey in their restaurants instead of giving money to everybody else. So they decided to distill their own. So this is their foolproof offering. I had this at the distillery. It was a fantastic bottle at the distillery. I hope it's just as good as this one. So we're going to get right into this one. Once again, I apologize that my previous video didn't record, so we're going to go ahead and start over here. We'll be grading this on my standard 50-point scale. 10 points for color, 10 points for nose, 10 points for palate, and 10 points for finish, and 10 points for uniqueness, for a total of 50 points, and you can see that here. But let's get right into this. Once again, I thought I was recording, but nothing happened, so we'll go back through this. So Peg Leg Porker is technically bourbon, but it is charcoal filter. They use a filter through their signature hickory charcoal. That's the same charcoal that they use in their barbecue restaurants. If you're ever in Nashville, be sure to stop by and check out their barbecue. It's absolutely fantastic. I love it. And their distillery is great too. So really interesting story behind this, because they wanted to distill their own liquor and sell their own liquor instead of just giving all the profits to somebody else. So they decided to get a distillery. So anyway, we'll go ahead and grade this. Like I said, 50-point scale. We'll start off with color. It's a very light amber color. It's really light, actually. So it does have some legs on the glass, but I'm going to give that color a 4. The nose, a lot of sweetness coming off on the nose, some vanilla and caramel notes, a little bit of a barbecue rub smell. It smells fantastic. I'm going to give that a 7 on the nose. Let's go in for the palate. Palate's fantastic. I always thought that this one might stack up very well to a Weller Foolproof. A lot of sweetness up front and getting some caramel notes and everything else like that, but I'm also getting a barbecue note, a little bit of smokiness. I guess that's coming from the hickory filtration. So getting that smoky note, a little bit of spice on the back of the palate, and it carries on those flavors through the finish. I'm going to give that palate an 8. That's a fantastic palate. As far as the finish is concerned, I'm going to give that a 7 on the finish. The finish is very long. It's still going, and it gives just a nice hug in the chest. Fantastic finish. I would say that ranks up there as far as a really good finish. So, and the flavors carry through into the finish. So I'm going to give that a 7.
That's a spicy meatball!
So we're looking at 26 points. As far as uniqueness is concerned, as far as Tennessee whiskey and bourbon is concerned, this one is a little bit more unique because you are picking up more of those barbecue characteristics in the palate, and you're also getting that level of sweetness there. It's not like a Weller Foolproof where I get a lot of stone fruit. This is more of, like I said, a sweet barbecue rub or a sweet barbecue sauce kind of characteristics that I'm getting on the palate. Um, so I think it's very unique. I'm going to go ahead and give that an 8 for the uniqueness. So this one is going to score pretty high. This one's going to score a 34 out of 50. Pretty good score for this. A lot of people dog on Tennessee whiskey because it is going through the Lincoln County process, as they say, where they have to filter it through charcoal. But it's still technically a bourbon because they put it in new charred oak barrels. So you can debate whether or not Jack is a bourbon or not. You can debate whether or not this is actually a bourbon or not because it's charcoal filtered. But it's still fantastic pour, fantastic bottle. I'm glad that I have 2 of these bottles. I actually picked up a second one when I was in Florida, and I'm grateful for that because this is a fantastic bottle, and I definitely will blind this against some of my other foolproofs. Probably the Sazerac foolproof, the Weller foolproof, especially the Green River foolproofs. We'll see which one comes out on top, but fantastic bottle, and it's around 50-60 bucks for a foolproof, which is fantastic price. Really, really good nose. That hickory comes through the smokiness. I can smell that all day long. Yep, fantastic palate too. Great finish. Yeah, 34 out of 50. Very, very respectable score. But that'll conclude my review of the Peg Leg Porker Foolproof. If you liked the video, please give it a like, a follow, and a comment. If you would like early access to these videos, you can find that over on my Patreon page. I'm looking to grow my Patreon so that I can do a little bit more things like barrel picks and sending out samples and stuff like that to my Patreon members. But I also have a lot of free content on my Patreon page, so go over there and check that out. You can find the link in the comments or in my bio. Think about subscribing. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, think about subscribing. I appreciate all the followers that I've gotten. And that'll conclude this review of Peg Leg Porker Foolproof. If you liked the video, like I said, please think about subscribing, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks.